song we used to sing.
They'll know we're
At church
Christians
camp?
by our love.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It doesn't sound very loving. You know, that we love the sinner, we just hate the sin. All right, that doesn't sound very loving when you're calling somebody an abomination to God. As if you yourself haven't done anything that God would find abominable. Because God finds all sin an abomination. This, you know, they are accusing us of hate. And a lot of times, the only examples they have to go by are the people that they know that are claiming to be Christians. Them people are cheating on their spouses. They're drunkards or drug abusers, or you know, they're big on domestic. You know, they have domestic violence in the home, or their kids are out of control, or something like, you know, along those lines.
Here's one. I'm not going to call names, but country music stars who get up on stage and they thank God for winning a given award, or they talk about how blessed they are by God to be successful in their career, and then go talk about being pro-choice.
Yeah.
You know, like abortion is okay. Or, you know, or get up on stage and you know, maybe wearing a dress that might be cut down to their belly button. You know, things like that where people go out and say that they're a Christian and they don't live it out in public. Well, you know, I've been guilty of that. Marty's been guilty of that. You know what? Because we all are sinners. And I think if we kind of make that case out front, then it's a lot harder for people to accuse us of hate when we say, you know what? If you're a homosexual, well, I'm just as low down and filthy as you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so...
Yeah, see, homosexuals don't like it when you say what they're doing is a sin, just in case anybody didn't know that. That's pretty evident by what I've been reading on Facebook. They do not want it pointed out to them that what they're doing is a sin. And gay community, I'm real sorry, but, yeah, according to the Christian faith, homosexuality is a sin. Now, so is smoking and drinking and doing drugs and adultery and premarital sex.
So's fornication.
Yeah,
and if you're
gluttony.
If you're not married and you're out there being an active heterosexual,
you're sinning.
That's actually mentioned quite a bit more often in both the Old and New Testament.
Yep.
About fornication being a no-no. But I know a lot of people who claim Christianity who speak against homosexuality, but yet they fornicate on a regular basis. You know, and so, I mean, you can't really get, and I'm talking to myself here too. Now, I've been living like a monk for the last few years. So today, the sin of fornication is not one that I'm guilty of, but I have certainly been guilty of it in the past.
See, that's just it. There's what we've said a million times. We have all done something crappy or cruddy. It's just that, you know, a lot of the gay community's got that big "I ain't sinning" chip on their shoulder. It's not a sin to love somebody. Yeah, it can be. Sorry, it can be. It's not a sin to love. No, we're told to love, but there's a lot of ways of expressing that love. And if yous is doing it and yous ain't married, yous is committing a sin. Now, where I get into the philosophical debate, the theological debate, where I have to throw up my hands and be honest and admit I don't know, is if they get gay married, is that still committing the sin? I don't know. I don't know. I'm honest enough to admit that I don't truly understand all that. Now, I got some Christian brothers and sisters out there that I swear they got a full understanding of all of it. Their eyes are wide open, and they know for a fact that this is an abomination. There's no way they're going to get to heaven because 1 Corinthians says they ain't. All right, well, let me refer you back to that whole list of things there in 1 Corinthians that says you ain't going to get into heaven. There's a whole list of them, and it covers about 3/4 of humanity. I dare say there ain't a sin listed there that you hadn't committed at least once. Not a one. Because it's a pretty broad list of things, you know, that's big no-nos.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty big list. And the part where they're saying getting gay married is a sin, it's like in the middle of all of that. Like there's a whole lot before it and a whole lot after it. And if you're a Christian and you're an honest Christian, you can't look at that list and go, well, I had never done any of those. Because you're a liar if you say that. And if you haven't, if you truly haven't, well, then I would refer you to the parable where Jesus talks about the rich young ruler. Well, I ain't committed none of them sins. I've kept the law since my birth. So how do I get to heaven? Jesus said, well, sell everything you got and follow me. Well, I would, but I got a blister, and he walked away sad. Because according to him, he'd kept the law all his life, but Jesus said that wasn't enough.
Well, again, there's nothing you can abstain from doing, and there's nothing that you can do that earns you that grace. We're all pretty low down and nasty when it comes right down to it. And if you leave this show with one thought tonight, it's that, hey, I'm no better than anybody out there that's listening to the sound of my voice. I'm just going to go ahead and own up to it. I'm just as low down as the biggest old leather-wearing gay man walking down the streets of New Orleans in Mardi Gras with an ostrich feller up his butt. I'm not any better than that. I'm a pretty low-down, dirty, filthy sinner. But
Jesus loves me anyway.
Yeah, and there's nothing that I've done that earns that. And nothing that I stopped doing that earns that. So, y'all
calm down.
So yeah, on the whole gay marriage thing, let's all take a deep breath, calm down.
And if you don't want to get gay married, you ain't got to get gay married. That's important to remember.
I don't want to be gay married.
You don't want to be, I don't want to be gay married. You don't think they're going to make me and Tina split up so I get gay married, do you?
Well, they might. They might.
But I don't want to get gay married. I don't even, if I wanted to get gay married, man, I'd commit a felony and go to prison.
Well,
you can get gay married in there quick.
They're going to make you get gay married to old Bubba down the street.
But I don't want to get gay married. Ain't you heard that Kenny Bun commercial, man? I don't want to be gay married. I call Kenny Bun to keep me from having to get gay married. All right. Well, look, man, we're at the end of our reading Rainbow. People, whether you're for gay marriage or against it, calm down. But the answer to both sides of this equation lies at the cross. And I would advise both sides of this equation to seriously have a little talk with Jesus. I don't think Jesus is going to tell you, if you're one of his followers, to damn anybody to eternal damnation. I don't think he's going to do that. If you're on the other side of the equation, don't think that Jesus is going to say, oh, yeah, I think everybody ought to get gay married. Because I don't think you're going to like that answer either. And it's high time we all face some uncomfortable truths and get this country back on track.
There's
Get
a way
our
to do.
church back on track.
There's a way to do that.
Well, yeah. If you go by 2 Chronicles 7:14, there's a pretty straight path there. If my people, who are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven. I will forgive their sins, and I will heal their land. Pretty straightforward stuff, huh?
Pretty straightforward.
I thought so too.
And
All right.
I hope everybody out there within the sound of my voice will do just that very thing. Whether you're gay, whether you're straight, I don't care.
Humble yourselves and pray and seek the face of God. You won't be disappointed. So until next time, we'll see you guys. Be good to each other, please.
Good night, y'all.